I would like to know, how do you motivate and inspire your employees, thousands of employees across all levels of the organization, to integrate social responsibility and sustainability as part of their everyday business activities?
I think there are several parts. First of all, very clearly, you cannot, in my mind, you cannot motivate anybody unless it makes sense for him or her. What I mean by that is, the only reason we can motivate Danone employees to work on the social issues of the Danone business is because they are related to the Danone business, first of all. And I am saying that because I see a lot of corporate social responsibility programs all over the place, which are very interesting programs, but they are not related to the business itself. Quite often they are outside of the business, for one good or bad reason, whatever. The company chooses a cause, but that's a cause which is not directly impacting, or sorry, a cause on which 80,000 employees every day do not have an ability to make an impact. And this is unmanageable. So our choice has been to forget about most of those and really focus our attention on where people can make a difference in their everyday job. As a sales rep, as a supplier, sourcing supplier, as an operator on the product line, marketing guy, etc. I'm sorry to say this is very simple, but this is the starting point. If you don't have that, I don't think it can work. And to do that, you have at least to do one thing, which is to map what the social impact of your business is. What are the key issues, positive, negatives, that your business is creating in society? And align on this. Once you have an alignment, then you can start managing and say, okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 priorities, and I go for them. And those priorities may not be actually the same for everybody. And we don't have the same relative weight in the way we manage the issues all over the place. So we are trying to make sure that it makes sense from a business standpoint for the people. There are issues that are actionable by them. Second, target setting. You have to be very clear on the fact that you set a target, and this target is set in a way that is you can cascade it within the organization, bottom up, top down, and everybody is counting the same thing. And you create, by target setting, you create a language, a common language, that is essential to make things happen, and then for people to share practice from one country to the other, one function to the other, which is how then they make progress against the issue that you want to tackle. Third, I think there is an element of culture. I don't think you can, overnight decide that everybody will be converted to be a CO2 manager, or a health manager, or a BOP-driven manager. I think that has to be part of the story of the company. So you need to understand what is the social DNA of your company. I think every company has a social DNA, but lots of companies are not working on the right one, or not on theirs, basically. So you have to understand what is the social DNA of the company and build on this in continuity. The way the managers themselves, I think that's the fourth point, are behaving, the way our CEO is behaving, what he says outside, inside, how consistent he is in the decision that we're making, the way I do and many people around me, I think is also very essential, because the way we make the trade-offs is part of the story. When, as Frédéric mentioned, in the last AGM of shareholders, we have, when Frédéric mentioned that Danone had taken 100 million out of our profit. This is actually not Danone. To be more specific, these are the shareholders of Danone. We have, the board of Danone has proposed to the shareholders of Danone, the 300,000 shareholders, that they would vote the fact and agree on the fact that 100 million indeed would be taken out of the profit pool of the company to invest in our business ecosystem. That has been done. But when we do this, we are taking a risk. We take the risk that shareholders, because this is a crisis, because the share price has gone down, because you don't know what the profits will be, they could tell you no. But this is the risk that we've taken. Now that we've taken this risk, I think that creates an asset for us, because we have the backing of hundreds of thousands of shareholders, including the biggest shareholders, which are all pension funds and mutual funds and the US and the UK. And you would not expect them to make these sort of decisions normally. You would expect them to make decisions on profit maximization, shareholders' price maximization, and that's all. I'm saying that because I think that it is essential in terms of management. I'm talking about how the managers are behaving. I think it is essential to show that the company is and the management is ready to take risks on it. Until you take risks, people are not sure whether you're serious. Once you take risk, they understand you're serious, and you're building symbols. And a company, like any group of people, they are led by symbols and signs, ultimately, that make sense for them. So I think it's really a combination of actions that, and above all, it's perspiration. You have to go, push. That's everyday life.